So the details given in this problem of MRP problem is master production schedule, the bill of materials and the inventory status file. Master production schedule gives details about the demand for a particular product over the weeks. So this is product A. So product A is in demand in second week 200 units, fourth week 100 units, and sixth week 120 units, and so on. And the bill of materials gives the product structure tree of the product A, and to make what is given in the brackets is to make one A we need one B, whereas to make one A we need two C. So two components of C required for assembling one A, and again to make one C we need one D. And other information given in the product structure tree is lead time. Lead time is the time gap between order placement and order receiving. So the lead time for A is 2. So if at all we need A now, we have to order 2 weeks prior. That is the information with respect to lead time. And for the lead time for B is 1, and C is 2, and D is 3. And the other information is inventory status file. Inventory status file gives details about the order quantity and stock on hand. Order quantity is the economic order quantity, or the quantity at which the cost of ordering is lesser, minimum, optimum. So if at all we order A, we order in 150 units. And if at all we order B 250 units, C 200 units, and D 275 units. And the stock on hand is what quantities of A we have on hand on the inventory now. So A we have 100 units, B we have 200 units, and C we have 175 units. Now we'll go to solving the problem. This is the MRP table, which shows the projected requirements, receipts, stock on hand, and planned order release. So planned order release is what we need at the end of the MRP table. The information which we got from a master production schedule, we have filled in this table for projected requirement: second week 200, fourth week 100, sixth week 200, 120, and seventh week 180, or eighth week 60. And the stock on hand for A is 100, and till the first week, end of first week, we have on hand 100. But in the second week we require 200 units of product A, but we have only 100 units. So we have to make an order. We have to make an order so that we can fulfill this demand. And how much we can order? That is the order quantity, which is 150 for A. So on this second week we need a receipt of 100. Order should be made prior to the second week, considering the lead time. Lead time for A is 2. So if at all we need the products by the second week, we need to order it before 2 weeks. So 0th week we have to make an order of 150, so it reaches the second week, and so that we can make up for the demand of 200 units. So the remaining 50, the remaining is 50, that is the stock on hand at the end of the second week. Now we don't have any. Fourth week we need 150 units, because we only have 50 units on our inventory, but the requirement is 100. So we need to make an order. We make an order of 150 units, and we make an order 2 weeks prior, so that it reaches at the fourth week. So 50 plus 150 is 200. 200 minus 100 is 100. So at the end of the fourth week we have stock on hand 100, and have any requirement. So the stock on hand is carried over to the next week. And in the sixth week we need 120, but what we have is only 100. We need to make an order of 150 units, and when we need to, which is fourth week. So fourth week we'll order 150 units. We'll get it at the sixth week. and so totally we have 100 plus 150, 250, and we have a demand of 120, so the remaining is 120. And the next week, 7th week, we need 180, whereas we have only 130. So we make an order, and 2 weeks prior we make an order and receive it at the 7th week, and totally we have 280 now. So 180 minus 280 minus 180 is 100. So the end of the 7th week, and in the 8th week we require only 60 units. So we don't make any order. We use the quantities which is in the inventory, and we can make up for the demand of 60, and the remaining at the end of the 8th week is 40 units. Now we have to go, this is the MRP for product A. Now we have to do the similarly for component B and C and D. But we don't have the master production schedule for B and C. Is we need to take the planned order release of A as the master production schedule for B and C. So planned order release for A is 0th week 150, 2nd week 150, 4th week 150, and 5th week 150. So this is the projected requirement. Again, the projected requirement starts from 0th week, and the lead time for C is around 2 weeks, I suppose. So we'll add up 2 weeks minus 2 weeks, and the table looks like this now. Stock on hand. So 200 is the stock on hand, and we require 150 units in the first 0th week. So we have 150 is the requirement. So we have 50 units. We don't have to order anything because we have enough in the inventory. So we'll take it from the inventory and supply it for the demand, and remaining is 50. And in the first week there is no demand. In the second week we have a demand of 150 units, and that 150 units we need for, but we have only 50 units. So we have to make an order. Order quantity for B is 250. So we need 250 units in the second week. So when we'll order the week before, because the lead time for B is 1. So first week if we make an order, we get it in the second week, and so totally now we have 50 plus 250, which is 300. So the remaining is 150 units at the end of the second week. So like make up for the whole B. So how many times we'll make an order for B is only 2 times, the first week and the 4th week. And similarly for C, we'll use the planned order release of A. But again, there is one more information here, that we require 2 components, 2 C to make 1 A. So the planned order release of A is multiplied by 2, and that is taken as the projected requirements of C. So now projected requirements of C is given as in this table. So 300, 300, 300 for over 4 weeks. And what we have on hand is 175. So we need to make an order of 200, and that is the order quantity which is most economical, and we'll make an order of 200, and at what time? 2 weeks before, because lead time for C is again minus 2 week. We'll order 200 units, then it will reach by the 0th week, and totally we have 170 plus 200, 375, and the requirement is 300, and remaining is 75. We do it for all. And one more thing here, now we have 75 only, but the requirement is 300, whereas the order quantity is 200. So if we make one order, it won't be sufficient to satisfy the demand. So what we need to do is we need to make 2 orders of 200 units. So 2 orders of 200 units is made 2 weeks before, or the 0th week, so it reaches the second week. And make up for all the table values, and finally we come to the planned order release of C. and 4 weeks, and we need to order 2 times in 0th week and again in the 3rd week. Now this planned order master production schedule for, and we'll take it as the projected requirements for D, and the lead time is again 3 weeks here. So I'm columns prior, so -3, -4 and -5, and I'm